Hi, I'm Mark from L&M Small Engine. Today we'll be working on an Efco 3700 chainsaw. It's been sitting for a couple years. It left the gas in it, so we're gonna clean the carburetor out, see if they put a carburetor kit in there, and check the fuel lines, make sure there's no cracks and stuff, and see if we can't get it going. Hope you enjoy the video. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and take the air cleaner top off, but this switch right here, that's your off, fast idle, and choke. Put that down so the plastic cover slides up on you. Take that off. It looks like we have two 5/16 nuts and down here two torque head screws to take this air cleaner housing off. I'm gonna blow this sawdust and stuff out here so it's out of the way. I'll do that real quick here. Then these two screws right here, them are T20. Then on these Efcos, they have this little tether right here. When we put it back together, we make sure to put this tether back on there. Got this little clip right here. Get a screwdriver. Okay, now we gotta unhook the throttle cable and unhook the fuel lines. Get a pair of needle nose for this. We'll just push this throttle in and just slide her out like that. Get the fuel line unhooked. Okay then, where this linkage goes, it's in that, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 slots right there. It goes in the first one. So we gotta remember that when we put it back together again. And I'm going to take some carburetor cleaner and clean this off, and we'll go ahead and tear it apart. Yeah, this one here is a Walbro carburetor. So I'll go ahead and take the diaphragm cover off here. 4 screws hold this one on. A lot of times when these things sit, the gas evaporates, and all that's left is the oil, and the oil kind of makes these things kind of stiff and stuff. But we'll check it. Might just be dirty too. Well, it's hard as a rock. There. That's not good. Now grab the razor blade and we'll clean this excess gasket off there. Be careful you don't cut yourself. Until you do that, I'll go ahead and take the other side off. So if that diaphragm is bad, it's more likely this side's all stiff too, where the flippers are. We'll get this apart and I'll stick it in the boiler. We'll boil it out and we'll put a new kit in there. I'll take this off this gasket here, but you can see where it's stretched out there and there. So but I'll go ahead and get this cleaned up and find the carburetor kit, and we'll see if we can't get this put back together again. Okay, got this all boiled out. And here's our new carburetor kit. It's a Walbro carburetor kit. It's a D10-WTA. And when you get a carburetor kit, before you take out the package, make sure everything looks the same. If I try showing you this here, see how stretched out this old one is compared to that one? I know this diaphragm is nice and moves around. Okay, on this side here, just a little rule I like going by. For your needle and seat, this little arm right here, it's ideal if you have it level with that. You don't want it down too far or up too high, but as long as it's level, that's kind of an ideal setting. So we'll go ahead and put this base gasket on first. Then the pin, that little pin right there, pin side down. Just like that. And we'll go ahead and start our screws. Now I'll go ahead and tighten them down. Okay, now I'll go ahead and tighten them. You don't want to overly tighten them so you don't break the heads off, but you want them tight. Just not too tight, if that makes sense. Okay. Now on this plate right here, there's like little ridges and stuff. That's where you're gonna put your base gasket. And we'll go ahead and line it on the pins, like so. And you kind of got to hold the throttle arm open a little bit so this pin will slide under there. And see how it locks in place. Tighten that down. And as long as you weren't messing with the high and low mixture screws and try getting it started with this bad diaphragm and stuff in there, there's always going to be an H on one side or an L. I don't see the L, but yeah, there it is right there. But what I like doing when I put a fresh carburetor kit in is just back them out. It's like about a quarter of a turn, and we can always readjust it. We'll fine tune it when we get it running. So now we'll pick all this stuff up and we'll go ahead and install this back on the chainsaw. Okay. So now we'll go ahead and install our throttle linkage. Put in that first hole right there. And we'll go ahead and make sure that all works, the throttle works and everything. Now we'll go ahead and put that fuel line back on. Like that. Make sure it's on all the way. And if it comes in there loose, just snip the end off just a little bit so it has a nice tight fit. Make sure everything's working. Now we can install that air filter housing. We'll make sure we get that strap put on there. Okay, just double check, make sure the choke's working, throttle working good. Now I'm gonna replace the spark plug while we have all this off. Okay, let's go and replace that spark plug here. It ain't burning too terribly bad. It's not, no filings on it. I think it could be running just a smidge richer, but it ain't running too bad. I'll put this cap back on for the mixture screws. I'm gonna have to loosen that housing up a little bit. I guess I should have put that on before. Before I put the housing on, I wasn't thinking, I guess. But might have to take it off. Who knows? There. Now we can get that on there. Yeah, it slides right on there now. I guess I wasn't thinking, but okay. Just double check the throttle and make sure the choke's working. Just look inside there and make sure the choke's closing all the way. And the air filter's in here. Make sure that's nice and clean. Okay. I put fresh gas in there, and when I always, this is the thing I do is when I put gas in, I always make sure the oil for the bar oil is full too, because you never want to let the bar oil run out, because you could ruin your oil pump. So we'll get that all done, and we'll see if we can start this. Okay, put gas and bar oil in it, so we'll squeeze the trigger, put it all the way down the choke, and we'll pull her up till it pops. Once it pops, I'll lift it up one lever, and it should run. So it pops, so just bring it up to fast idle. And there you go. That's the Efco 3700 chainsaw. They're nice little saws if you have one. Just do basic maintenance on them and don't let the gas get old in there, I guess. So anyways, thanks for watching the video, and you have a good afternoon. Hi, this is Mark from L&M Small Engine. If you like my videos, please like and subscribe. Thanks.